Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again. And he happened, right? We talked about this last week when we released our video when Riot first had announced the layoffs and announced, I guess, the state of Legacy Runeterra. We kind of talked a little bit about this and what could the, I guess, worst possible scenario be. And I really think we got that. Unfortunately, and I laugh because that's how I'm coping with this news, right? like Unfortunately, we got what I think is probably the worst possible news for the game. And let me rephrase that. I guess worst possible news for a big number of the community that's mostly competitive focus, which includes myself, and I'm sure includes probably like 95% of you all that watch me for the competitive focus of the Runeterra, right? So Riot released their video today and also released this frequently asked questions article as well. And yeah, it's I mean, I have no way to say it. For if you're a PvP person, if you're a competitive focused person, this is just all bad news across the board. And I think this section here alone tells you why, right? So competitive PvP will be put into hibernation. This includes gauntlets, right? Rank season rewards, Runeterra opens or seasonals, and definitely no worlds, no esports, right? They say they'll keep casual, standard, eternal, and AI open. When it comes to rank, they say they have to do a couple of different things here. But Dave and other writers have tweeted clarification that they still plan to keep rank open. They just need to rework what it means for a rank season, right? So right off the bat, if you're a competitive player, like, you're not getting any more tournaments, at least not supported by Riot, and things are gonna get a little bit shaky even when it comes to like rank season. You don't have gauntlets, right? And then on top of that, we have literally just, the last set as we know them, as we have expansions, is releasing. I guess it's gonna be the one at the end of February, I believe it is. They have confirmed that we also still have rotation, so that's probably still gonna happen. But I started this video and I was like, what am I gonna say, right? What am I gonna say? And I didn't write anything down. I didn't take any notes. I kind of just wanted to have kind of like a frank, honest conversation with you all and kind of absorb this news and discuss what it means for the game, what it means for our future, etc. Right off the bat, I think what it means for the game, and this is my complete honest opinion, the game is pretty much dead, right? Without a PvP community, like, yes, you might have, and they kept going back saying how they have a lot more Path of Champions player than PvP player, and that's fantastic, right? But I think the PvP community is a big reason why the game was kind of staying around, right? It's a the PvP community, losing that aspect of it is gonna lose you most of your content creators that were marketing your game for free, right? Like, I don't expect people like Majin Bay. I don't expect people like Arcado, right? I don't expect these content creators whose focus is mainly competitive. Heck, even like Magua, right? Like, there's no reason for them to play this game anymore if you're not gonna have PvP, if you're not gonna have tournaments anymore, right? If you're not gonna have rank the way that we know it. Maybe some people like Grappler and Sunny and Snooey can still pump out Runeterra content, focus on Path of Champions because they have the audience to be able to do that. But most of your content creators are gonna be gone. A big chunk of all the players that you might know, again, especially if you watch me, are gonna be gone from the game. And it's gonna just create this hole. And yeah, maybe Riot makes Path of Champions the best single player card game in the whole market. Maybe this game ends up being better than Slay the Spire or any other PvE focused card games. It's just not for me, and it's just not for a lot of players that you might watch or that you might play with, right? And the reality is, for most of us, this game is dead, right? It's not dead forever, right? It's not dead for the Path of Champions player because you're still gonna have a lot of new content apparently, but it's definitely dead for all of the competitive community. And even then, I'd be worried about Path of Champions because the reality of is that the team got severely, like, really reduced, right? With the layouts of Riot. So even if Path of Champions is successful, the smaller team means that you're probably gonna have slower releases. With sets changing, you're not gonna have as many new cards coming, right? So it'd be interesting to see how it shapes out. So the game itself is not gonna be dead, but for myself and a lot of other players and a lot of your content creators that you follow, is pretty much dead, right? We're not gonna play a game that's not gonna have a competitive structure, not gonna have tournaments, not gonna have a reason for you to compete as much fun as the game might be. So yeah, I mean, it's it's pretty sad, right? I mean, I've been playing Runeterra now for 4 years, right? I started playing this on the alpha betas, which were November 2019, and then obviously started playing right away when the beta first came out in January of 2020. And yeah, the game carried me through COVID, carried me through my life, right, for the past 4 years, and it's really sad, right? In the past 2 years, also kind of launched my content creation with being able to bring competitive content for you all, and it's really sad. And yeah, I'm kind of losing my words because I'm trying to focus so I don't cry either, because this is why I'm laughing so much. When I get sad, I laugh. I don't know if any of you are like that. I like to joke, I like to laugh. It's how I cope with bad news and how I cope with sadness. But if I keep talking about this, I'm just gonna make myself cry. I really kind of feel my tears. But anyways, so Runeterra, as we know it, competitive, it's gonna change. It's gonna be pretty much dead. Even with rank open, I don't know. I'm still kind of mulling over this, right? Because my thing about this game, right? I mean, again, I've been playing this game for 4 years, but I've only been making content for 2 years, right? So the first 2 years of Runeterra, I wasn't really making content. I was just playing the game for the love of the game, and that's still there, right? But it's not just the love of the game; it's also my love of being competitive. I naturally I like to be a competitive player. That's why I play mostly multiplayer games and not single player games. And if that aspect is completely gone, it's kind of hard to see myself continue to play the game, even if rank remains open. However, what does this mean for me? I don't know that I need to keep rambling on about how sad this news is. I just said it, right? Like, I like playing this game. I still think the game is fun. I'm hoping that we get some balance changes still to kind of shake up the meta. But I don't know. Like, if they don't give us any balance changes, it might get pretty boring being with the same stale meta. And obviously, it sounds like we have one more set coming, so that might switch up the meta a little bit, anyways. I want to say here that I want to continue playing this game until they tell me PvP is gonna, like, rank is gonna shut down. Even without tournaments, or if they tell me that balance changes are not gonna come anymore. I think I still like the game enough, and again, this is what makes it so sad and so depressing, that I love this game so much still. I'm just not interested in Path of Champions, but I love this game so much that I want to continue playing, and whether that means making content for you all or not, I don't know yet. But I want to continue playing this game, right? I'm still probably gonna boot it up on my phone, boot it up on my iPad, on my computer, and just play a couple games here and there, rank, and kind of see how the meta is. Because at the end of the day, games are supposed to be fun, right? And if I'm still enjoying rank, even without tournaments, I could see myself still playing this game until its very last breath. So I guess that's where I'm coming from. What does that mean for my content? I think I'll talk about that in a little bit, because I first want to kind of just let out how upset I am at just Riot. Like, the video, I have the frequently asked question open. I have the article open. If you guys watch that video, it's so insulting. It's like such a slap in the face. They didn't know any, like, if you can tell that they, I don't know how to say it, right? Like, it's such a slap in the face, I guess, for all of us who have spent so much time with this game. They barely answer any questions in the video itself. Most of the information that you're getting, especially when it comes to PvP, is right here. The video was really literally just an advertisement for Path of Champions. Like 2 minutes of the video was just like, hey, here's what's coming for Path of Champions. It's an insult. It's an insult. And I think Riot just mismanaged this game, right? Like, this game was so good, and it's still so good. But there was, and it has such an amazing IP, right? With Runeterra and the world of Runeterra, and so much Riot could have done to make this game successful that I feel like they didn't do. And now they're saying like, oh, but we tried, but it just didn't work. Or we realized it was going to be too expensive, so they didn't try it at all. I think that's all bullshit, to be honest. Like, I feel like there's so much. So I think a lot of this goes back to blame on the Riot leadership and how you led this team to this spot. Like, you kind of had lightning in a bottle with this game. And unfortunately, the decisions that you made and maybe the promises that you made in the beginning of being this really good free-to-play game, if you saw that that was not being successful, you had to make some drastic changes, right? Like, whether it comes to releasing the game in China, whether it comes to changing how we acquire cards. I understand that you said something at first, but like, if it's not working, you have to change things. And I just feel like they just didn't try. They just didn't try. The cosmetics were never like amazing, right? You guys know I was really against buying skins for a long time, and yeah. Rambling on. I think there's a lot of blame here on Riot, right? And I'm just blaming Riot now because he's keeping me from crying, right? Like, now I'm feeling anger instead of sadness, and that's why I'm doing this. But yeah, so yeah. I still continue playing the game, and I still continue making videos for you guys. Maybe not every day, right? Maybe not every day. Maybe I'll let myself be more like, I'll just make a video when I feel like it. Like, more like, hey, I'm having fun, let me record this. But I still think I want to give you guys video, and maybe, you know, even if the viewership on the videos goes down to, even if there's only 50 of you that watch me or 10 of you that watch a video, I never was doing this for the money, and I was never doing this for the viewership. I was doing this because I personally enjoy teaching, and my way of doing content, like, be more educational. Like, I really enjoy that, right? I really enjoy that, helping people learn how to improve at the game, and I can still find that enjoyment even if it's only 10 of you guys that are watching me. So in the short term, right, in the next, I guess, couple of months, especially when the new expansion comes out, etc., still expect to see videos from us, from me. Not every day, but I still expect to see videos from us, depending on, you know, my mood that day, how I feel, what decks I want to try out, if I think it's something fun, etc., etc. Aside from just Runeterra videos, though, it's weird, right? Because, like, I never thought that I was gonna have an audience when I started making when I made my YouTube channel. I never thought I would have an audience. Again, I was just doing it because I thought it was fun and I like teaching people, right? But now I do have 8,000 of you guys that are subscribed to me. And maybe some of you guys only care about Runeterra, and it's completely fine. You know, you can go ahead and move on to another game, whatever. But some of you have expressed that you just like watching me for whatever reason. You like watching me and like the way that is my content. So now I feel like I want to continue that for you guys, right? But at the same time, I don't want to force it, if that makes sense, right? Like, I don't want to be like, oh, I guess Runeterra is dead, so let me jump to, I don't know, let me jump to Marvel Snap, and even if I don't enjoy the game, it's content, and I'm teaching you guys how to play, whatever, right? Like I don't want to do that. I don't want to force it. So probably over the next months, we're gonna be experimenting with this channel. We are gonna be trying out not just Runeterra videos. Like I said, I'm gonna continue giving you Runeterra videos, but I'm also gonna try out other card games, and sometimes even non-card games, and just have fun. Kind of just have fun with you guys, and you know, whoever watches, whatever, right? Again, I'm fortunate, and I talked about this last week. I'm fortunate that this is not my full-time job, right? Like, I wasn't doing this for the money. In the 2 years that I've been doing YouTube, maybe I earned like $2,000, $3,000. That does not cover all the time that I spend every day making videos. So I'm not doing that for that, so it doesn't affect me as much to just transition and try to find other games, even if it means that my viewership gets slashed by half, by 90%, or whatever it is. So we're gonna have Runeterra videos every now and then. And then in between that, we're gonna just try out different games. I don't know what I'm gonna try out yet, right? But some of you guys might know that I have a dedicated One Piece channel, right? So One Piece card game is a physical card game, so not digital, but there is like an unofficial digital client, and that's where I have like a lot of my gameplay videos. So I do have this One Piece channel as well, and actually we just crossed 1,000 subs there, so that's pretty cool. And we'll continue making One Piece content on that channel every day, because One Piece is a card game that has been growing a lot, and I expect to continue growing even more over the next year. So if you wanna learn One Piece, you can go there, right? I might do like a tutorial video that I'm gonna put on my main Runeterra channel on how to play One Piece for some of you guys that want to get into One Piece. But I know this is a very big change, because One Piece again is a physical card game mostly, right? The official tournaments, you need to have physical cards. So it's not like it's a video card game like Runeterra. But there are other games out there that I want to try, and any games that you want me to try or want me to check out, maybe post it in the description, in the comment below, right? Maybe I'm willing to check it out. The context here is that Runeterra was really my first big like card game, right? I played Pokemon, I played Yu-Gi-Oh when I was like in high school and younger, but never like in an actual competitive sense. So while a lot of people have this history of like Hearthstone and Magic and etc., I don't have that history. So a lot of these games, even stuff like Hearthstone and Magic, will be completely new for me to learn. So I don't know if I will actually enjoy them, right? Or if it's gonna be like more fun for me. So I just have like a quick list here of games that maybe you might expect to see in my channel over the next few months, just me trying it out and kind of seeing if it's something that I enjoy doing, right? So in terms of the digital card games, I'm thinking, you have Marble Snap. I played a lot of Marble Snap when it first came out, but I did quit playing about a year ago, so I'm probably like super behind on all the new cards. And I know Marble Snap is a little bit more predatory on getting the cards that you need, right? Never played Hearthstone in my life, so I don't know if this is something I should even try. And I also understand that Hearthstone is really hard to get into in terms of card games. Shadowburst, never played it either. It's something I heard before of people. Like, I guess it's a second version. We talked about One Piece. We have some digital card games here like Lorcana Flashball that I've been wanting to try. And then some card games that have both digital and physical presence, so this kind of like a mix. And then also I want to try like some non-card games, right, that are still strategy games, so stuff like team fight tactics, and eventually the fighting game, right? I don't want this video to sound like an advertisement for any of these games. It's just to give you kind of like an idea of the stuff that I want to check out and see if anything sticks as something that I like. I don't think I will ever make any of those games the main game on the channel, but it's gonna be like more like variety that you might expect in the future from us. So yeah, so I think that's, I guess, what I expect the future of this to look like, of this main channel to look like. Again, I have another channel here with the for my One Piece channel, but this Runeterra channel is my main channel, right? And this is where we have most of you all that are watching us. So how do we make this channel still stick? How do I make it so that you guys still enjoy my content, can still watch my content, and that I can help you navigate as you transition from LoR to another game? So again, if you have anything that you want us to try out, let me know. I'm looking for competitive games, multiplayer games, mostly strategy, so card games, and I guess Teamfight Tactics is not really a card game, but still something that's kind of more strategy than just like first-person shooters or something like that, right? So yeah, but very sad news. Yeah, I guess expect another Runeterra video tomorrow. I already had another video pre-recorded, so I don't think that one's gonna change. So you're still gonna expect Runeterra video tomorrow, and then after that, it's gonna be like, I guess, more inconsistent. Not to say that I'm not gonna post at least a few videos every week, but it's more like I'm having fun, right? I'm having fun with Runeterra, or although I want to try out one of these other games and kind of just see how that looks like. So yeah, thank you all for watching. And yeah, I'm gonna go cry to myself, not on camera. So I'll see you all tomorrow.